this is Ryan here. He's going to talk me through the little Chromebooks for the kids and then some more professional laptops. And I've just asked him, tell me about the e-ink screen laptops and where they're going.
Yeah, so we had some funky designs, funky ideas, and our ThinkBook range, which is like our sort of consumerized but commercial products. We had a model called ThinkBook Plus. We used to have an e-ink screen on the back, so you can use it to take your notes down.
Yeah.
And when you open up, it's a full Windows laptop. So it's really cool for going to meetings. You had that option there on the back.
Awesome, yeah, good. And you haven't got one of them to show me though.
Unfortunately, it was an older model. We changed it since.
But you got a twist as well, yeah?
We had a twist as well.
Yeah.
This year we've got a new design. It was shown off at CES.
Oh right. Great.
And that one's actually a laptop. Full Windows laptop. You can pull off the screen as a full 2-in-1. It's an Android tablet. So if you need you need a tablet device, you can still do it as take your notes because you have that option with Android. You've got it with that. Something a bit different again.
Yeah, I think that's what people are actually waiting for, and it sounds like that might be the right mix. Actually, having Windows and then being able to take it off as an Android tablet.
Yeah.
One of the things that really makes a lot of the difference in price with the e-ink technology is the actual screen itself. It's so expensive, and that
power costs as well. Isn't it?
And you're going to be putting an ordinary screen and then an e-ink screen on the previous generation, but actually if you can maybe get away with one, if you can make it work really, really seamlessly and work with all the apps, then that'd be good to see.
Yeah.
So tell us about Chromebooks then.
Yeah, so Chromebooks, nice simple portfolio, nice simple range. We start with our 100E. They all look pretty similar to this, so I can just show this one. Really ruggedized design, so you can really hit it hard. They drop floor test it as well. We always do the drop floor tests.
So talk about confidence in your product.
Works perfectly fine, turn it back on.
Yeah.
And the 100E is a clamshell design, so you can use it as a standard clamshell. And then we've got the 300E, which is basically what this one is. Use it in a tablet form. Garage active pen as well. This is the SIT, so we don't have it on there. But you've got a pen that you can use as well for the screen, so it's tablet form. And then we have a high spec version for the 300E, which is the 500E. You've got it's like better up to a 93 core processor. And then we have an IT admin teacher device called the 14E, and we've just changed the design on that one this year. It's just this one over here. So it's a beautiful sort of aluminium on the back, and then little finish on the front as well, where before it had a kind of similar finish to this, but being a more sort of higher end device, which has Chromebook Plus as well, something more sort of professional, more sort of that next level in terms of the.
So what did you say? Chromebook Plus. What do you mean by that?
So basically, for Chromebook Plus gives you, so if you've got a more powerful device, you're going to get driver updates, and you'll get all the sort of features that enhance the hardware for that. So, and you'll get all those updates from Chrome working with Google as well. So.
Okay, cool, awesome, nice.
Nice device,
Thank you. So that's your kind of student range, I suppose. Yeah.
We've got Winbook versions of these, and they look exactly the same but blue.
Right.
With the exception of that one, their top sort of Halo device version of that is a 13W, and that is a yoga style design as well. That's up to a Ryzen 7. I think it's using the 7000 series, so it's like the Barcelona processor. So really great performance out of that as well.
Good,
killer device. So this is quite a cool area. I don't know too much about it, but it's one of the key areas in our server business. Is actually this device here. It's the ThinkSystem SE350, and this is pretty much a full-blown server in a really tiny form factor. It's fantastic. I think it's like 8 SSDs you can put in there, isn't it? 8 SSDs.
Like 8 M2.
M.2s, yeah. What up to what size on each one? 4 TBs, yeah. So incredible storage, such a small form factor. Is it dual graphics cards as well? Well, is it A2? Yeah. So you get incredible graphics performance out of it. You can mount it anywhere. It's so small. Hide it away.
Organized, just a geo position controller there. If anyone moves, it will lock the assets, and you could only just recover it by the account user to just unlock it.
Okay. Is this mainly for like companies who are wanting to manage their own data rather than trust?
And for university, it's perfect because they try to use less storage and less space with this machine for space and just this have more space for them.
And talking of AI as well, it's a great device you can use as your local inferencing to run them to go to the cloud. You can have that all running, your local inferencing running off that. So it's great for that kind of application too.
Cool, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so ThinkBooks and
so ThinkBook, this is our workstation range with ThinkBook, mobile workstation. So we're starting with our P14S. This is a 14-inch device, similar sort of form factor you find with the standard ThinkPad T series that you know. This has been tweaked from the driver sets and the hardware to work with workstation workflows, the typical applications that I use. So it's a great entry device into workstations. And then we do a 16-inch version of that as well, so a P16S. We also then move up to the P16Bs. This is our incredible sort of mid-range workstation, you get more discrete graphics capabilities out of this. So if you want NVIDIA graphics cards to go alongside the CPU, so if you're using like 3D type CAD design applications, or even things like Unity gaming engines, this is great for that kind of starting device for that. It goes up to, I think this is the next model is the P1. The P1 is like the flagship of our mobile workstations in terms of design, really slim, great looking device, 16-inch screen again, and you get just incredible performance at such a slim, lightweight, perfect for those sort of users that need that. If lightweight is not your concern, because in workstation, let's face it, sometimes people need the high-end graphics.
Yeah.
We've had a device, just the P16, and
it's very light,
nice and light. The P16 is a heavy base, but you can fit in like the high-end graphics cards. It's basically a desktop in a mobile architecture. You know, some of our huge customers are using that where they need that really quick performance, real top-end graphics. I don't think we have it here. I can't see it. It's really chunky. You'll notice it. And then obviously that device is the halo of all of it in terms of performance. And then the standard ThinkPads. What we have here is the L13 Yoga. This is Yoga being it's our like this device where you can spin it all the way around. We also do a clamshell version of that as well, so it's a standard clamshell. Latest gens on that, and then we have the E-Series. E-Series is actually sort of the entry into the ThinkPad. Typically, we always used to use sort of cheaper materials, kept the cost down for a lot of commercial customers. But these days, we've got like the newer design. It's beautiful. We've got the little bump now on our screens, and what that's allowed us to do, we put the camera system and the speaker system into that. So it allows us to have thinner screen bezels going around the screen, much better screen to body ratio. So it's a beautiful, as an entry device, you wouldn't think it. It's so gorgeous.
It is nice, yeah.
And then,
so that's a really nice screen, isn't it?
Yeah, Full HD, or you get WQHDA, so 16-inch sRGB option as well, which you don't tend to get on lower end stuff. sRGB, you get in the higher stuff because they need the colour. This is the E14, so the same model as that, but just a 14-inch model if you need that as well. The 16 inches typically will have the number pad as well, but that P1 I showed you, it's a keyboard in the middle. It doesn't have a number pad because creatives don't tend to care too much about number pads. It's usually accountant teams or financials like that. Out of the ThinkPad range, we have a series called the V series. It's a great sort of, if you're price sensitive, you need something quite cheap but really reliable, Lenovo sort of standards. We have the V series. We changed the design on it recently. Got this lovely aluminium finish. It's a gorgeous design, and this is a 17-inch model, so it's probably our largest screen we have. Again, gorgeous design. The Halo range for our ThinkPads is the X1 range. Everyone knows it. The X1 Carbon. This is the X1 Carbon Gen 11. You'll get really high-end displays on that. I know we did up to 4K. I believe we still have that option, but to be honest with you, most of the time, like 2K is enough.
That's nice anyway.
We have the X1 Yoga version of that. So again, Yoga goes all the way around. X13. So this is the model that's really sits on our T series. It's basically like a T series, but for mobile users, they want that 13-inch. They want to be lightweight. They want to move quick. They tend to go for that. The well-known where ThinkPad came from, the T series, our beautiful T14, still RJ45 on it as well. Customer replaceable keyboard on this one as well. It's up to Core i7. Just an incredible.
So what do you think? Like, what's the benefit of the Lenovo kind of range for professionals? What's the standout? Why should professionals still go for Lenovo? I know it is a standard. Most sort of business people ThinkPad's what they want.
In commercial, one of the really important things, we standardise our design, so people don't have that sort of, something looks too different from the other. They love that about it. The security within our device as well, we have discrete TPM. It's a really important factor for people using Windows 11 across all our ThinkPad range. In terms of durability as well, we're known for being military spec tested. Our ThinkPads have gone from deep sea all the way to space. We've survived it all. Absolutely, we pride ourselves on the military spec testing, and they go through it. Often you'll see some of my colleagues, they'll be doing drop tests on these, throw them on the floor, just to show how rugged they are. And they are fantastic, and still modern. Just so many key features. The track point, if we ever got rid of that track point, there'd be an absolute upheaval.
I have one at school at the minute, and I must confess, I don't think I've used it once.
I don't use it at all myself as well. I'm so used to using touchpad. My boss is a touch typist. That's traditionally why they have it.
Yeah.
So touch typers never take
their fingers away. I was going to ask that same question. Why is it such a key thing?
Well, they did actually. There was a ThinkPad. They did remove it, and so many complaints that we had to put it back. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Don't worry, ThinkPad fans.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the range on the ThinkPad side of it. We do have other models. Not sure if I can talk about it here, but yeah, we also cater with Intel, AMD, all different types of processors that we deal with. AMD really leading the way at the moment as well in terms of performance, battery life. It's fantastic. We've got a Z series with them as well. We don't have it here, but it's a Z13 model, so 13-inch slim, gorgeous device. Sustainable materials is also another thing, because as a company we're really working hard to become net zero by 2050. We manufacture all our own stuff as well. We invented a manufacturing process for low temperature solder, and it saves tons of carbon in terms of carbon emissions. And we gave it away free to the industry. We didn't keep it for ourselves. We want change to happen everywhere. So we gave it to all manufacturing around the world. They can use the same thing, saving the world in that sort of sense. We reduced the carbon offsets on our device as well, better materials, sustainable materials, and that's really hard to do because you're using things that typically are weaker materials, mixing something that needs to be durable. So we work really hard to make sure we get that perfect balance. So really proud we're getting there with that, and we're really smashing our targets to get to where we need to be. Even like with our manufacturing plant, we had the first in China, the first manufacturing plant that was a carbon neutral, and it looks beautiful. You look at it, picture lovely grass on the top everywhere. It looks so cool, gorgeous. It's really important to us, in terms of sustainability.
We've got the sustainability things on all the screens there, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Getting to net zero.
I can't thank you enough. That's been really good.
Absolutely. Yeah.